And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. The show brings you game one of a big four-game set. It's the Minnesota Twins going up against the Kansas City Royals. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Charlie Yamamoto, he's homered in 5 straight games. So, partner, some can't-miss at-bats coming our way from him.
Yeah, and I find it interesting because watching him in batting practice, he was trying to keep the ball in the ballpark, hitting line drives the other way. So many times those home runs are mistakes, and I think he'd probably say half of the home runs he's hit lately have been mistakes because he's just trying to go gap to gap.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. So 2 away with nobody on. Charlie Yamamoto, the next Royce Lewis in the on-deck circle. Sneaks through, base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Surprised to see that matchup again. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. Makes the grab. Runner tagging from third. The tag gets him, and it's a double play to end the inning.
Well, I can understand why they tried to force the issue and tie up this ball game, but wow, nicely done from the defense there to cut him down at the plate and preserve the lead. That's a big-time play. After 4 wins in a row, you start to think a little bit that you're on a roll, and that's the momentum that just takes on a life of its own. Players start.
That one ripped. Base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away. Lynch, 28 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2018. Ground ball up the middle, a dive, nice stop, and no throw. He's into first easily.
Boom, that's staying within his game right there. I mean, didn't light the world on fire, but he held up his end okay. I'm sure he'd like to have a better game and help.
And that's ripped into left, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. That one is absolutely belted. Tattooed and gone. His 18th home run of the season. It's 3-0. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. The good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over.
Up the middle. Dives, and he can't hang on. He doesn't have a play, and they don't get the out.
The center fielder, number 27, Byron Buxton.
Tried to get inside on him, but he was ready for it. Just kept his hands in and turned on the pitch. Quick bat through the zone. It has become increasingly difficult to throw a complete game shutout.
The left fielder, number 24, Charlie Yamamoto.
There's a swing and a drive. Brown going back. And it hits the fence. Around second now as they still don't have it. And he's at third with 1 away. That's a triple. And that knock bumps his hitting streak into double digits, Chris. He's hitting 10 straight.
Yeah, and on a nice trajectory. Average going up, OBP. Everything he's doing at the plate right now just seems to be working.
On the ground to third. And that should be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. And now the tying run is into scoring position.
2 hits for him in this one, both for extra bases. Got to feel good about that. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that. Now a pretty big at bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
And next up for the Royals, Patrick Wisdom. Nobody out, runner at first.
He might want to steal second in this spot, but he's dealing with a catcher that has one of the best pop times in the game. He needs to pick his spot very wisely.
Into the dive, and he got it.
That diving catch right there is the kind of play that just fires up the team, whether it's to make more great defensive plays or to get back in the dugout and swing the sticks. Is to at least play 500 ball. Well, they've been winning series. They win this one here, and you got yourself a little bit of breathing room, but you want to keep the same mindset. Let's go into the next place, and let's take that series again.
And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. We've got a perfect night for baseball on the show. It's the New York Yankees taking on the Minnesota Twins. Along with Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. And Chris, a guy that's been having a huge impact for this team all year, Charlie Yamamoto. He leads the team in wins above replacement, so most days you can expect him to be a big factor for these guys.
Yeah, Boog, he's definitely a huge piece of the puzzle for this ball club right now. He's just having a really nice year, and that's on both sides of the ball, not just offensively. You talk to guys in the clubhouse, the coaching staff, they always have great things to say about him, and they say the team really looks to him to be one of the on-field leaders day in and day out.
Yamamoto had the kind of game you'd like to avoid. Struck out 3 times for the hat trick.
Well, at least they got the win, Boog. That's got to be the only thing.
2 outs, base is empty. And next for Minnesota, Charlie Yamamoto. You talk about the power and the speed to get. Warning track, wall, and you can touch them all, baseball man. A solo shot. His 19th home run of the year, and they cut into the lead. It's 4-1.
That home run narrows the gap between these two. This one isn't over yet. Well, that one got in the jet stream on a line drive. We saw the numbers on the backs of the jerseys of the outfielders, which is usually bad news, and all of a sudden they're back in this ball game. Well, these Twins putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. The numbers help tell the story. I mean, they've been sitting fastball, and it's paying off in a big way. So far with 6 hits against that pitch alone. He was all over that one. Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him and make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work. Well, his first save of the season.
Base is empty, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Hit hard, that gets through.
Dominant performance for him today, Boo. Just 2 hits allowed so far, no runs across either, and he's had an answer for just about every hitter he's faced. So I don't think this hit is going to knock him off his stride too much.
Back in Minnesota, here's the left fielder, J.D. Martinez. Swung on, belted. Yamamoto going back. Brings it back on a leaping catch. Wow!
With a guy like this with so much pop at the plate, you're going to play a little bit deeper and make sure you can time it up in case there's an opportunity to steal a home run. Well, he did just that. Perfect footwork at the fence and reaches up and makes the grab. This is a huge win to take this series on the road before heading back home. You go home feeling good about yourselves. You've got some good momentum, but at home you also have a higher expectation to play well. So they're going to have to maintain the focus because those fans are expecting a lot.
From Target Field in Minneapolis, MLB The Show has action out of the AL Central. It's the Kansas City Royals taking on the Minnesota Twins. With Chris Singleton, I'm John Shammy.
There to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit. Just not able to square it up.
High fly ball, right field. This could go the distance. Home run! He powers that one out of here. Home run number 20 on the year, and they add a pair. It's 2-1. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth. Well, I'm sure there's a big grin on his face right now, Boog. He's probably had some of those that didn't stay fair, but off the bat, it looked like he was going to bend foul, was able to keep it. It's always nice to grab the opener of a series. You come into a new ballpark, and just sometimes things aren't as comfortable as what you've been.
One down, base is empty. Swing and a ball hammered. Left field. That's back there. Didn't quite have enough. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Charlie Yamamoto. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. That's a base hit. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock. Terrific job in this game. He scattered 2 hits and pretty.
And now the first baseman, Vinny Pasquantino. Swing and a high fly ball deep left field. Yamamoto going back on this one. He brought it back. Runner tags for home.
Almost a 2-run homer right there, but an excellent job getting up, reaching up, and bringing it back. Heartbreaker for the batter. Well, 4 games isn't too long of a losing streak, but they're definitely happy to be back in the win column. Now you can turn things around, get on the right track, and probably start a winning streak from here.